After a long delay, finally we got the White Wolf, the Witcher, from Buzztoys. Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. Everyone is hyped to see how it looks like, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. Here is the art box that it comes with. The White Wolf is the name they found for him, and here our Henry Cavill looks amazing. This photo, this black and white, looks really cool. I like the artwork they did with this. In the sides you only have basically the White Wolf, and in the back, as normal, we got our warning and notices. Let's see what we got inside. Inside they do offer us a cardboard to use as a background that looks pretty cool, with a map on the back, here with some sentence from the TV show, and inside you still have an instruction manual, and here it is how they packed it, very Hot Toy style. Without the clamshell, you can see here in the first layer our figure, with a second head sculpt, a small money bag, and also extra pairs of hands that we will go through later. The second layer we got the display base, some other accessories, the swords, and some stuff inside of plastic bags, so I'm going to remove everything and we are going to check one by one. So with this Witcher we will get 4 extra pairs of hands. You got this hand here doing some kind of magic movement. I only saw a few episodes of The Witcher, so I'm sorry if I'm being not very accurate. The hands do have some grey wash onto the black color, which I think looks pretty cool. I don't have any problem with these hands. We got as well this small money bag that looks quite okay. The paint application, it got some detail onto it, and I think it will be easier to hold into the hand if you need it for some posing. A chain or a necklace with that wolf logo in the front that looks pretty cool, and it's made of die cast. We got as well these accessories, kind of a monster claw. You can see the nails detail over here. The paint application overall, it's okay with the black and grey coloring onto it. Got some blood here in the back, but the blood I think is a bit too dark. But anyway, it will serve the good purpose for some poses. We got Witcher 2 swords, the steel sword and the silver sword. This sword here does have the runes engraved over there, which I think looks really cool, and all the details on the sword are very well done. The sword is die cast, but it's not extra heavy, which is a plus. I do like the handle too. The details they did on this sword are really very well done. I really like the runes over there. Then the silver sword, much more cleaner, with that cream color over there in the handle. I think it looks pretty cool. Again, it's also made of die cast and it's not heavy at all. This holster, or a kind of bag that you can use to store the 2 swords. This is made of pleather, but is a very thick pleather material. I think this will be okay with the time, and it comes with this kind of belts that will close it. If you want to open, of course, then it will look like this, and there you have the space to store the swords that I think look really cool inside this holster, and then you can use it on our Witcher's back. A black washed cloak, it's not like that pure black, but the material feels very good. It got wires on the sides. The wires are kind of strong. I do like these wires, and that wires on the hoodie too. Here is the mechanism then that to lock into the Witcher's neck. I do like this cloak, however, I need to tell you that it attracts a lot of dust. The few minutes I've been handling with it and it's already full of dust. The other issue I may have with this cloak, and this it's not confirmed yet, but I'm not sure if the black color will not taint our figurehead sculpt or even the hair, but we need to check about that with time. An oval display base that out of the box comes with a lot of marks, I don't know why. And then here if you attach the crouch grabber, it is very loose, at least on mine. I don't think it will have enough strength to hold the figure, but this is easy fixable with a bit of tape or blue tack. You got a small bag with extra buttons in case you lose any buttons from your Witcher. It's always a plus. Checking here the second head sculpt, which I do like the details on the teeth, I do like the expression, but if you ask me about the likeness to Henry Cavill, I'm not so sure about it, but you can let me know in the comments. The hair is well done, but you can see a line over there from the casting. It's a very visible line. It doesn't bother me, but then the hair, I do like the way they did it. The different colors on the hair, they look really cool, and I do like also the marks on Witcher's face, but especially the teeth. I think they are very well detailed, and the black eyes do look really cool too. As for our main head sculpt, I do like this one better. I do like the eyes, that orange color in the eyes. The beard is a bit too noticeable, I think, but I like the details. Basically, this is the same head sculpt in terms of hair. The hair is exactly the same, but I do like the details they put into it. Again, you still have that line over there in the hair. Doesn't bother me honestly, but you can let me know if this is something that bothers you. But the hair is exactly the same, but I still think that a figure like this with a rooted hair would benefit a lot. But I do like the details in the eyes, the face details. I think they are on point. Checking now our Witcher body and the outfit. It comes with this armor. One thing I noticed was the neck piece there from the vest. It doesn't come down. I tried to push it in many ways. If you receive yours and you have a way to push that down, please let me know, because I think it goes up too much and there's no way I can push it down unless I completely take out the armor. As for the armor itself, it's made of a hard rubber or a hard plastic rubber that looks pretty good. These straps here are made of some kind of pleather, a shiny pleather. Then you got here this belt with some nice details too. Then here for these shoulder plates, it's something that I'm going to be very honest, I'm not a big fan of the way they did this. I believe they did this for articulation, but it's not easy to put them in place. You can try to adjust them and let them in one position, but once you move the figure, they are always going back and forward. So it's something that I don't like that much, but it's just me, and it's not a huge problem. Then you got here these bracers, also made of the same material. Inside, that cloth is made of fabric. And then here in the pants, as you can see, my Witcher is missing the two buttons, but it's an easy fix. They gave us extra buttons and then it's just a matter of gluing them. In the back you do have here this holster for one sword made of a hard plastic, looks pretty good. And then here in the back you still have the rest of the straps. The pants itself are made of pleather. I don't think this is real leather, I think this is a kind of a pleather material. It looks good, it doesn't seem to get the cracks or anything like that too easy, and I do like the weathering, all the washes they did here onto the pants. Passing now here to the boots, these are split cut boots which are way better for articulation, but my ankles in my figure, they come very loose. They cannot handle a pose. As you can see, the ankles always move. I really cannot stand my figure by itself. I know this is a Limb Toys body, probably is only mine, but I'm not a big fan of this body at the moment. As for the articulation, the head, you can move it as you want, a bit restricted over there when you go forward because of that piece. As for the arms, you do have a good movement, and it helps that those braces are not fixed, so this way you have a better articulation. The elbows, you have a double jointed here in the elbows, good articulation for this body. I do like the upper part of the body, I think it's really good. I don't have any complaints. I do have a bit more complaints with the lower part of the body. The waist does have some swivel, and it's a bit hard to do because the body is a muscular body. As for the knees, you do have double jointed knees, ratchet double jointed knees that work pretty well, but again, in my figure, they are very loose. I had difficult to pose the figure even with the knees, but probably is only a problem in my figure, and I hope yours comes way better. The ankles, as I already told you, in my one they are really very loose, and I will need to use some blue tack or something like that to make them a bit stronger. Again, not a big issue, but we always prefer to have a body good from the box. But this is the Witcher. I think the outfit looks really cool and I can live with the minor problems. So here we have the Witcher from Buzztoys. I know many people were waiting for this figure, and let me tell you, if you get the pose right, you will have a lot of fun taking some shots with it. I do love to have him with a cloak, but at this moment I don't know if it will stain his hair or not. Maybe I need to wash the cloak first and then go from there. But if you are a fan of the Witcher, I highly recommend you this figure because in the end it's the best 1/6 scale Witcher we have to date. I hope you enjoyed the review, that's all for today, and I will see you in the next one.